Hello there, amazing viewers. If you find value in the stories I share, please consider subscribing to inspire your life. It doesn't cost a penny, but it means the world to me. Your support helps me continue bringing you more motivational content. With just one click, you're helping me grow and inspire even more people. Thank you for being part of this journey. It wouldn't be the same without you. A long time ago, a small bird lost a grain of food that had gotten stuck in a hollow tree. The bird was upset and went to the tree asking, "Please return my grain." The tree, in a mocking tone, replied, "Why should I return it? Go away." Angered by the response, the bird ran to a carpenter. "Cut down this tree," she demanded. "It has taken my grain and refuses to return it." The carpenter looked surprised, saying, "What are you asking? You want me to cut down a whole tree for just one small grain? That's not possible." The bird, growing angrier, decided to take her case to the king. When she stood before the king, she pleaded, "Your Majesty, punish the carpenter for refusing to cut down the tree." The king listened carefully, but replied, "You traveled all this way for such a small matter? I cannot punish the carpenter for this." The bird, now frustrated and desperate, thought, "What should I do now?" The next morning, she approached the elephant handler and said, "Tomorrow, when the king rides the elephant, you must make sure he falls off." The handler was shocked. "Why would I do that?" The bird explained her grievance once again. "The tree won't return my grain, the carpenter won't cut the tree, and the king won't punish the carpenter. You must help me." The elephant handler shook his head. "This is unreasonable. I cannot harm the king over such a petty issue." But the bird's frustration grew, and she said, "Fine, I can't harm the tree, the carpenter, the king, or the elephant, but you, I can crush you with my beak. Think carefully." The ant panicked and ran to warn the elephant. The elephant rushed to the elephant handler, who then went straight to the king. Finally, the king summoned the carpenter and ordered him to cut down the tree. When the carpenter arrived with his tools, the tree quickly realized what was happening. The tree begged, "Wait, I'll return the grain, there's no need to cut me down." This simple story teaches us an important lesson. Many people feel weak and think, "What do I have? I can't do anything." But remember, you must fight your own battles. If you feel weak, use your mind. Start connecting the dots, and somewhere along the way, your intellect will lead you to a solution that was hidden all along. The bird, seemingly powerless against the mighty tree, the skilled carpenter, the powerful king, and the enormous elephant, used her wit and persistence. She created a ripple effect that ultimately solved her problem. This teaches us that strength is not always physical. It's in resilience, intelligence, and resourcefulness. Life often presents challenges that seem too big to overcome. In those moments, it's important to remember that creativity and persistence are what truly drive change. The bird's journey shows us that no matter how small or weak we may feel, we have the power to create change. We must remain determined, think creatively, and gather allies. Remember, no matter how insignificant we think we are, we can make an impact. The bird's persistence moved not only the ant, but also the elephant handler, the king, and the carpenter. So never underestimate your potential. Believe in yourself, fight for what is right, and use your mind to find solutions. Even the smallest actions, when driven by persistence, can lead to great outcomes.